Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another Adobe Illustrator Let's Draw, number 4 to be exact. I am your host, B. Randon, coming at you from Northern California. Hope everybody's doing well today. Sit back and relax while we make some vector art. So if you've been watching my videos the last couple weeks, we are kind of continuing this idea of animal warfare, just developing this large cast of characters for the rest of this year that we will eventually be coloring, but as of right now we're just kind of working on character development, and today we'll be working on this elephant. I don't know, I just started thinking about other kind of animals that I'd like to see in this cast. I mean, we have room for tons more. There'll probably be another 25 to come. The elephant seems pretty popular, and just the idea of this elephant never forgets kind of drove this idea here. I wanted to kind of go the opposite of that, make him dopey looking, like he is very forgetful, right? Holding a bunch of lit dynamite, forgetting to throw it. That is pretty forgetful. So here we go, working through Adobe Illustrator to ink up this forgetful TNT wielding elephant. Hope you enjoy it. So just going through my traditional process here, using the pen tool. You're taking a look at Spotify right now because I was listening to this crazy podcast guy, and his voice was going so all over the map that he was so distracting. It took me a long time just to get that star medallion done, if you noticed. So I had to get him out of there and get some bad meets evil on. That, man, just the beats on that always makes me bob my head and gets me really creative and ready to go. So now that I got the music situation all figured out, we're back to using the pen tool and the Pathfinder tool and the erase tool. Those are like my favorite things in Illustrator. I use them all the time for the majority of my inking. Always interested in knowing how you guys ink, by the way. I know the way that I do it is not the fastest. I've actually done a video on different ways to ink in Illustrator, and mine came out the slowest, in fact. But I do like the crispiness of the line quality, and I don't know, it's habit at this point. I just kind of know that it's going to take a while. So here we are, just kind of working on this guy's eyes, placing that eyebrow right there. Oh, that's a cool little trick. If you guys use that, it's called path offset. Check that out, man. That thing's pretty cool. That's how I got the eyebrow shape like that. So path offset, check that out in your control panel. So the idea behind this guy, like I said, we're adding him to animal warfare, and so I started sketching out all kinds of elephants, different elephant faces and poses, and started looking at elephants online. And I start off with pencil at my desk. I have this really cool stand-up easel that I made. It's massive because I'm a big guy. It's over 6 foot tall, 6'4", 230 pounds. And I've had a bunch of those art discs that you get at like Blix and Ulbricht or Ulricht, all that kind of stuff, but they're so flimsy that I feel like I mangle them because I get really into my art, right? I stand up and I pound on my desk and I stomp around and stuff, like try and get really into the mood of whatever I'm animating or drawing at the time. And a lot of these desks that you get for, like even $150-200, dude, I was just they'd last a year and I'd be throwing them out. So anyway, I ended up having to make my own. So that's what I do all of my sketching now. It's made out of like these huge rail bolts and 2x4s and stuff. It's pretty massive. It's definitely overkill, but it suits my needs, damn it, and it's lasted way longer than anything that I've ever purchased. So now that I'm done patting myself on the back, we're looking at creating this kind of cop vibe with this elephant, right? And I liked some of those concept sketches a little better, so we're developing it here and turning it into vector finally to add to our cast. So you're looking at a lot of the erase tool, a lot of the pen tool, those Bezier handles. Let me know, by the way, you use a lot of keyboard shortcuts as you're drawing with the pen tool, which you see flashing down there at the bottom. I know when you're looking at this through time lapse, I don't know how useful it is because they're going by pretty quick. But I would definitely explore all the different keyboard shortcuts and things that you can use while you're dragging out your vertices and Bezier handles. That definitely saves us a ton of time, especially when you're doing it the way that I'm doing it here. But yeah, man, just looking at this guy like, what the hell is he doing holding all these TNT? Plus he's standing behind his buddy the Ram by the time we get done with this. So it's just kind of crazy. I bet you his mom told him, don't play with dynamite, but he is forgetful, so he's playing with dynamite. What do I do with it now? I don't know. Somebody should give this poor guy a heads up. But anyway, yeah, I explored a lot of different ideas for his costume. The figure, big fat dopey elephant. His uniform needed to be too small no matter what kind of uniform it was. We kind of settled on this one. I tell you, last night, dude, this one, it felt really sloppy to me, but it actually only took about the same amount of time as some of my other ones. But you can tell my attention to line density and some of the other finer points of line creation I was not so involved in last night. My uncle came over, I had a couple beers with him, and like I said, I'm a big dude, having 2 beers with dinner, that's not a big thing. But I just got on this new anti-seizure medication. Oh my lord. If you guys want to go trip some balls, drink a few beers, and take some anti-seizure meds. I was spinning like the dickens. But this is only the 4th video, and I'm not trying to miss out on it and get my schedule all jacked up, so I needed to produce it. So I sat down here at my desk about 10:30, and I was cranking through it. But I tell you, I was seeing doubles. There's all kinds of screaming going on. I live across the street from a museum. A bunch of people partying down there. There's a new Andy Warhol exhibit. Man, it was just crazy. But nonetheless, I turned off that crazy podcast. I ignored the people screaming and yelling at the Andy Warhol exhibit across the street, and I cranked through inking this bad boy. I think I'll have to probably go back through and change a few things before he actually makes it into the final image. But hey, it was a lot of fun, and I figure it's a good thing to show too. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's good to be kind of mentally impaired no matter the influence of choice. I don't want to get too specific, but yeah, dude, it doesn't work, at least not for me, coming from a professional guy. You can see, yeah, he's kind of a cute image and stuff still, but the line quality is just not as fine as the Ram here that I was completely sober doing. But anywho, just going through trying to figure out if there's any more embellishments I can add to this guy, and backing out, noticing that some of these line weights definitely needed adjusted. So I did handle a few of them here in the video. But yeah, so many TNT sticks. Might have to put some more fuses on there or something. But he's pretty cute. All in all, I'm pretty happy with him. But yeah, you can see here when he's sized up correctly. His lines and the detail just isn't to the same level. So we'll probably go back in and fix a little bit. But like I was saying, I think it's good to post these kind of videos as well, just to show that nothing or everything doesn't come out perfect, right? Even those of us who use the program every day for work still go through the process in 90% and be like, man, we gotta take a look at that. Thumbs up, by the way. Please give my channel a like. Let me know if you like this kind of thing, and I will continue to make them. Makes me happy, makes my channel happy, makes all these animals happy so they won't come and hunt you down. So anyway, guys, this has been another Let's Draw in Adobe Illustrator, inking this TNT wielding elephant, turning it from sketch into vector art and adding it to our animal warfare entourage here. Alright, take care. See you next time.